Jesus. Wow, this is so dramatic. It's been so long since I've got one of these cameras out and done a video like this. But there's no drama. Let me just stop you right there. There's no drama. We're moving house. How crazy is that? By the end of this year, I would have lived in 3 houses. That isn't even it. There is so much more to talk about. I have teeth. Look, I'm no longer gappy. It is cost me a sweet fortune to get my teeth sorted. But I kind of feel like, you know, when you put like vampire fangs in your mouth when you're a kid and it's like Halloween stuff like that. I feel like that. I feel like I've got 2 boulders in my mouth. It's bizarre. I've still got a bit of a list of my mouth kind of adjusts to the fact that I've got new teeth. But I pulled my finger out and I've got my teeth sorted. My brother's getting married. I'm moving. There's so much going on in my life right now. And whilst it's always nice to get the fancy camera out to do one of these sit-down conversations, it just doesn't feel right. So I think we head out. Don't get me wrong, I love this camera setup. But I don't know, I feel like I'm a walking talker. I definitely talk a lot, but yeah, walking and talking feels way more natural to me. That being said, if you would like to see me do some more sit-down vlogs with a camera like this, then let me know in the comments down below. And I also feel like it'd be very strange to not begin this video by welcoming you back to my vlogs. My name is Orion, and I make videos every single Wednesday and Sunday, and I post them at 6 p.m. Not the typical vlog today, but that's just purely because I have so much to talk about and get off my chest. And with that in mind, I am going to try my absolute hardest to stay on point and kind of explain myself properly. I need to talk a little bit slower, but man, my brain is buzzing with just the sheer amount of information I need to get out. So bear with me. First things first, we're going to need our shoes on, because who am I kidding? I love a bit of fresh air. And this is the perfect place to come and walk and talk and explain to you guys what is going on in my life. Now, it is a little bit windy, so I might need to switch to this. But I am hoping this new iPhone does the job of picking me up nice and clear so you guys can hear me and I don't have to hook up a microphone. However, I suppose I should probably clear up a bit of confusion really in what's going on. Obviously, you've been seeing me renovate the garage because I don't have enough room at the flat. It is a 2-bedroom flat, and with another child on the way, we just don't have the space to keep our hobbies and accommodate another child. Now, we are moving about an hour away from where we live now to somewhere close to the Cotswolds, because we've had the opportunity to move into a bungalow. Now, the bungalow is a 2-bedroom house, but it's got a lot more space. Like, the living room is on its own, the kitchen's on its own. It's not all like joined together like you would expect in a flat. Trying to squeeze a family of 4 and working from home into somewhere like that just doesn't work. So we are taking the leap and seizing the opportunity presented to us, albeit a little bit temporary, because we are essentially house sitting for about 1 to 2 years. But don't worry, we're not completely in the mud, because eventually a house in the family will become available to us and we'll be moving to that a little bit more permanently. Now, granted, it is again going to be temporary. We're probably going to be there for like 5 to 10 years, maybe even longer than that. But the plan is to move into there, renovate it completely, and bring up the value of that house. Now, as you can tell by the grey skies, time is actually against us. As I'm sure all of you know by now, we are actually having a baby within the next couple of months, which is a crazy time to move because we're also moving in the next couple of months. So stress levels are pretty high at the moment. We're not sinking just yet. However, we are kind of struggling to stay afloat, because not only have I just invested a lot of money into renovating a garage and helping my nan with the conservatory, but at the beginning of this year I moved out of an Airbnb back into my home and renovated that as well. So yeah, things are a little bit tight right now, and schedule is against us, but where there's a will, there is a way. I have never shied away from a challenge, and I genuinely think we can do this and everything should be fine. The plan is, at the moment, is we're going to stay at home and have the baby at home. And then when the baby's kind of settled and, you know, into the world and things are all good, we're going to move from the flat into the bungalow. It would appear I've run out of path because things are starting to get pretty flooded, so let's turn back around. But this has all kind of come around recently thanks to my mum's partner, or my stepdad, Mark. Now, you're going to hear him be mentioned quite a lot because Mark is a big catalyst to all of this, as you saw me explore the 250 acres that belong to his family and have been in his family for hundreds of years. We are basically moving across the road so we can help, because all of the ideas that I kind of came up with in that vlog with the exception of some rebuilding of barns and renovations and conversions and things like that. The campsite events and much more is coming, and it is coming soon. So the idea is that we can be down the road and I can just help out on the weekend. So instead of going down to my nan's every weekend and renovating the garage, I can nip over to my mum's and Mark's and help out on the farm, whether that be maintenance, like repairing some of the old broken walls that you saw me like wander around in those vlogs, as well as help building a campsite. Never did I think I was going to be doing that, considering the last couple of vlogs, like last couple of years of vlogging, has been a lot of camping and stuff like that. Now I'm actually building a campsite. There's a lot to wrap my brain around. And before we get wrapped up and twisted in semantics, I am going to clear up this confusion now in this vlog, albeit probably going to be forgotten in future vlogs. There are going to be times when I'm filming videos and stuff like that, because there's just so much going on in my brain, thinking about how I'm going to film a clip or what's going on behind the scenes, or just the stuff that's happening in my life. There will be times where I'm like, oh, my farm, or my land, or my house, or my campsite. These kind of things. It's worth mentioning that obviously there are a lot of moving pieces, a lot of people are involved in this, and as the vlogs progress, I will introduce those people and you will see everything unfold. But just because I say something like, welcome to my land kind of thing, please don't get confused and get all caught up in the semantics of stuff, because I don't want people to get overly confused. However, it's just easier for me just to be like, welcome to my campsite, because it's me talking to you guys, and I am a part of the family. It is a family business that we are setting up. So yeah, I haven't just won the lottery and bought 250 acres of land and thought, you know what, I'm going to build a campsite. Correct, I need to sit down. There is so much to process, and there's probably things that I haven't even included in this video that are going on at the moment, and that will come clear as time goes on, like I said before. However, I'm trying to just focus on the fact that I am moving house and I'm having a baby, and just leave it at that. Because trust me, that is complicated enough. Moving house, just pack some things up and just move into the new house. No. It's not that simple. I have to change Benjamin's school. I have to then obviously check out those schools to ensure that they're suitable for my child to go to spend the foreseeable future in. We have to change addresses. Honestly, there is so much to do, and I'm all doing that whilst preparing to have my second child and manage having a baby. Like, it's a lot, and I needed to get this off my chest to kind of clear up some confusion, because a lot of people are going to be like, hey, weren't you just renovating the garage and converting the garage so you can use it as a storage room, and now you're moving an hour away? Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm a little bit annoyed at myself that I've done that, because as I mentioned earlier, I've spent a lot of money doing all these things, not to mention the fact that I got engaged this year and went to Switzerland. It has been an expensive year, and there's so much more to come that I hope you're excited to see. And whilst I thought walking around was a good idea, it's incredibly windy and very cold. So before I freeze my tits off, I'm gonna go back home. Oh my god, it is much warmer in here. I was genuinely starting to get quite cold. I thought it was a good idea to walk around and clear my mind, but yeah, it's very cold outside. The seasons are changing, and the summer is most definitely over. And you know what, I've just realised, I haven't even mentioned this, but one of the many things that I actually have to do before I move is put this flat back to the way it was. Because not only have I partitioned rooms, I've built like stud walls, I've moved sockets, I've even gone as far as literally moving light pendants. Not to mention the bench that I built. Which I suppose perfectly segues me into what is essentially going to be coming next on the channel, because whilst I have been doing renovation with the garage and conversion and stuff like that for the longest time, that kind of still is relevant, because we are having the baby here. So I still need to pack up Jess's craft room and move all of that over into the garage, which will probably be the next thing I do. But then I need to restore this place back to how it was when I first moved in 13 years ago, if not longer than that. So I don't get charged or end up with some major fee, because there's no deposit here. I would just get a fee, I imagine, if I don't put things back to the way they were. Once we have kind of started to clear out the flat, I have then got to start slowly moving into the house whilst renovating and gutting and cleaning that house so it's ready for a baby, have a baby, and then attempt to enjoy Christmas. Granted, my contributions will be very minimal when having a baby, as Jess has, got all that kind of stuff covered. The joys of being a man, although I will take the emotional toll of trying to be as supportive and helpful as possible. But deep breaths. Have I mentioned yet that there's a lot to come? Jesus Christ. Why I thought this was a good idea, I have no idea, but it is essentially the rest of our lives. And whilst I am stressed out, I'm not scared, I'm not nervous. As long as I got my family and a roof over my head, I'm happy. And I am just excited more than anything. This place has been great, and it has been my home ever since I lived in a hostel and on the streets and stuff like that. It's the first roof I've ever had above my head. And I am super proud of the stuff that I have done in here to turn it into a bit more of a home this year. But when the time is right, the time is right, and it's now. We have to seize this opportunity. It feels like the right thing to do, and my family's very excited for it. But if I don't lose my mental by the end of this year, it'll be a miracle. So before I bury my head under that pillow and attempt to process everything, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the support. It has been overwhelming, isn't even the right word to describe how kind and generous everyone has been who has come to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and taken a tiny bit of your day to watch one of my videos. It means a lot. I am trying my best to keep the videos entertaining and stay on top of things. And I do feel like with the garage conversion that it started to get super rushed, and it damaged the videos a little bit. It was very much like, oh, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing this. And it's like, I wasn't super happy with the outcome of that either, but I've had all this stuff going on in the background, and I was waiting for the right time to talk about it and waiting for things to completely be confirmed before I made this huge update announcement on the channel. So I just want to say thank you for being patient with me as well. Like, I'm trying my best. I'm juggling a lot of balls, so to speak. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I think I should probably wrap up this video now. And cave into bed. So if you have enjoyed it, please leave this video a thumbs up rating. Like, it shows that you enjoy my content, and it really helps push it to new people to follow along with the madness that is becoming my life. If you are new to my channel, then hit subscribe. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace, much love. Bye bye.